One thing that I'll just without looking at the metrics and the stats and all this, is just what you're seeing and watching the games played. They're very well disciplined. They're not getting caught off sides. They're not getting caught making a move too early on the line of scrimmage. And those needless penalties. What did Cleveland have in the opening game last year? 18 or 19 penalties. You're not seeing. You're not at a point where you're watching the game and saying, God, can't they get into the huddle and can't they get the plays off? And by the way, I think one good thing about what Stefanski is doing, they are getting the plays into the huddle much quicker than we've seen here in Cleveland in a long time.
Yeah, unless you make a great point, and our buddy Kenny Rhoda made this point on the so I want to give him full credit for it. When he and I were on a podcast together, the best part about these last two games for the Browns is that you really haven't had to talk about Kevin Stefanski. The problems for the Browns come when you talk about their head coaches, when you talk about their DCs or their OCs. In these last two games, the Browns have been so efficient, and they have actually looked like a professional football team on and off the field during, between plays and plays being called on time. It doesn't look like a befuddled mess where people are confused, and that's a direct reflection on Kevin Stefanski. Now, I will say, didn't look too good against the Ravens. You could argue, all right, the better the opponent, the more challenging it is to look smooth in all other aspects. We shall see. I think that's why this Dallas game is interesting on yet another level, because it allows Kevin Stefanski to take a 2-1 team on the road against a good offense, a really good offense, and see if he can win it. And by the way, unfortunately for the Browns, Dallas is desperate. They won't be looking past the Browns at all because they're 1-2 and they need a victory. Even though they're in the NFC East, which is terrible, they still need a victory. They don't want to fall to 1-3. So I think Cleveland's going to get Dallas's best shot.
Well, it's